So this is the second time I'm recording this. Well, I didn't get all the way through in the first one, but I ran out of storage on my phone, so I had to restart, unfortunately. But it's been a little while since I've recorded one of these, mainly because I've been doing the daily reviews of my charts. So I've been talking a little bit just about what's going on there. So I haven't really felt the need to do one of these, but I still like doing them, and I can sort of talk about more than just the day's chart doing this and sort of go into the overall process and sort of where I'm at. So the main thing is that I passed an Apex evaluation last week, so that wasn't actually too terribly hard to pass. It took me a little bit over a month, so not too bad. I got really close to passing it really quickly. I think it was within about 2 weeks or something like that. And then I had a couple losses right whenever I got right up to the edge due to some dumb trades, and then I was sort of break even for a little while, just getting like one win and one loss. But eventually I did end up passing, which is great. So my first day trading that was, I guess, this past Thursday, but I didn't actually make any trades. So I got another evaluation account already because Apex was doing an 80% off sale, so it cost, I believe, $35 per month as compared to 80 with the typical 50% off. I mean, I don't think it's ever really like 50 or 80% off. I think they expect to sell it this cheap considering how often they do the sales. But I mean, I would definitely rather pay $35 than $80. So I went ahead and bought one of those. Actually, it's probably a week and a half ago or something like that, whenever they were doing the 80% off sale. So I'll be using a trade copier, so I just got that trade copier set up. So I'll be trading the live price action account, or the funded account, as well as the evaluation account. And my plan with those is to, each time I pass an evaluation, add on another 25K account, and hopefully build up that way. So the reason that I want to do that is so that I can take advantage of the funded accounts, hopefully to their full capacity. Because if I used a larger account, yeah, I'd be able to trade more contracts in that one, but the trailing drawdown doesn't really scale with it. So I believe on the 25K accounts, the trailing drawdown is $1,500. And then once you go to the 50K account, yeah, you can trade twice the number of contracts, but the trailing drawdown is, I think, only 2,000. So it doesn't really help me very much. I mean, yeah, I could scale up those contracts, and that's great, but then I'm almost certainly going to fail the evaluations. Or maybe not almost certainly, but I'm much more likely to fail them. So I want to just do these 25K accounts and keep adding it on that way. Maybe it's not the most intelligent way to do it, and if that's the case and you think that it'd be better to do it some other way, then I would definitely be interested in hearing about that in the comments. But yeah, so I'm excited about that, and I would say I'm trying to be careful not to get too ahead of myself, because just because I passed this account doesn't mean that I've made it trading, even though sometimes it kind of feels like it. It's a really big milestone to be able to pass one of those, because I definitely would not have been able to do that a year ago, much less no way I could have done that 2 years ago whenever I started trading price action. So it feels good to finally have some sort of external validation, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because I could lose that account tomorrow if I just don't trade very well, or if I lose my discipline or something. So I don't want to say, yeah, I've made it, and I don't think I'll ever actually feel like I've made it until I'm actually pulling money out of these accounts. And even then, I might still feel like, man, do I really have it, or is this just a good run? And it's definitely possible that it's a good run. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. It feels like I'm doing pretty well, but I felt like I've had it before, and you know how that goes. I mean, it's just I don't know, something ends up changing, and you're like, oh man, well, I didn't actually have it, and then it's another few months, and then maybe you'll have another run like that. And is this one of those cases? I hope not, but it very well could be. So really trying not to get too ahead of myself, but I hope, fingers crossed, that this is sort of turning the corner, I suppose. So the other thing that I want to talk about is, as I've mentioned, I'm graduating from college, and now it's about 3 months, or not 3 months, sorry, like 3 going on, maybe sort of 4 weeks, so pretty close here. And I've been sort of worried about what am I going to do after school. And because I really want to trade. I mean, really, ultimately, that's just what I want to do. I mean, I just want to trade. I want to spend all my time doing it. I want to spend all my time studying the charts and everything. But, you know, the typical 9 to 5 jobs, especially in finance, which is my major, you know, overlap with that. So that's something that I've been really trying to figure out. And recently I've just decided I'm just not going to get a job, or at least not going to get a 9 to 5 job. So I'm, you know, a DJ and I can make it by. I know I can make it by. I really have a lot of faith in the trading. Not necessarily that I feel like, man, you know, I'm going to make a ton of money right now. But at least over the course of the next couple of years, I think I could do really well. And I could definitely make it a couple of years just off of DJing. I mean, I could probably make it indefinitely off of DJing. I just wouldn't be saving much. And I think it's worth it to be able to put this time into the market. I mean, really, it feels like life is too short to go do something I hate. I mean, I already know 2 things that I really, really enjoy doing. So why not just put all my time towards those? I mean, both of them have really great outlooks. It's not like I'm just like, I'm going to become a beach bum and I'm going to go surf and not do anything, or, you know, I'm going to become a drugger and just go do a bunch of meth or something. I don't, you know, it's funny to hear myself complain sometimes, or be worried sometimes, because it's genuinely 2 paths that I think I can do very well with. And it's a lot of opportunity that a lot of people don't have. So it really just feels like, to me, lots of people go through life and don't find, I guess, their life purpose or what they really enjoy. And I feel like I found that, and I'm super lucky to have found that so early. And I just feel like it would be stupid of me not to put all of my time and energy into something that I enjoy, and that I just love that much. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, the only other thing, I sort of just jotted down some notes. The only other thing that I sort of wrote down is, I was having a conversation with another trader friend about how discipline is really a muscle. And I was looking, or just sort of looking back in time at, there was a time whenever me and him would, anytime we would break our trading rules, we would send each other a Venmo of like $5 or $10, something small, just a little, you know, slap on the wrist to say, hey, you know, don't break your rules. And we would help keep each other accountable. And it was funny how often we would be Venmoing each other for breaking simple rules. Like, I would write down in the morning, okay, you're only going to take second entries, and they're going to be with signal bars that close, you know, maybe 3 ticks from their highs, and you're not going to trade through the EMA or something like that. You know, I'd trade down pretty simple rules. I'd keep it pretty simple. And it was surprising how often I would break those. And it's funny to look back on and think, well, now I can set myself some rules and I can follow them. And it's like, what's really changed? And I think it's kind of like, from doing this for, you know, about 2 years now, I've built up that discipline muscle in my brain, and it's stronger now. You know, I don't have to really force myself not to do it. It's kind of natural. I don't know. I mean, it's hard sometimes, you know, like I was sitting the other day, especially whenever, I mean, I went on a streak of 5 or 6 days. It was 5 days of taking no trades. And on day 6, I took one. And I mean, on day 6, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my, like I want to just enter randomly, you know, like I felt that feeling, that pull of just, I just want to enter a trade. And to be able to not give into that, I guess, is what I'm getting at with discipline being a muscle. It's something you build up over time. And another thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm tomorrow will be my 2-year anniversary for starting Pats. I look back to see when I bought it because I knew it was coming up, and it's tomorrow. So I was thinking about maybe doing a little video of just a few things I've learned from 2 years of trading, price action trading. And I don't know if I'll do that, but I definitely know I was like, number 1 on that list is it's freaking hard. I mean, it's not really that hard, but it's just, there's so much to it. It's crazy. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's fun because of that. It's like a video game that, you ever play a video game where it's too easy and it's not very fun? You kind of need a challenge, and that's kind of what trading is. It's just this infinite challenge. It's this infinite video game of, I mean, there's always something to learn. It's just it blows my mind. It just really blows my mind. Yeah, I think I've talked enough on this one, but that's a little update on what's going on So yeah, there's that.